Hi everybody, it's Erin from Epapery. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am continuing my series on just cleaning up, sorting, dealing with some stuff. And one of the things I thought I would do is show you my very first junk journal. There are a few Facebook groups that I'm a member of, and we get this question a lot. I'm really interested in beginning to junk journal. Where do I start? And my advice is usually some variation of start with what you have, start with where you are, and just start. Because your first, and don't worry about, what it looks like, because your first one is really all about learning the process of creating a junk journal. So, it's not going to be super beautiful. Don't use your best materials for this. So what I did when I started, and I had developed an interest in doing this because I was already creating digitals, and I'm like, I gotta make one of these things just to kind of see what all is going on. And so I watched a few videos and I'm like, okay, I think I got the gist of it. So what I decided to do was create an ephemera holder, junk journal style kind of thing. And the cover is a manila file folder, which I then collaged with pieces of book page that I inked in various different colors of distress ink. And the interior pages are all pages that I painted, like I did splotchy painted and folded up the paper and just, did some just dorky little doodly paintings. And then I used some antique music to make some pockets and envelopes. And I just started experimenting then with, okay, well, what kind of different layouts could I make on the pages? What kind of different pockets could I create? What would make sense if I was storing ephemera in this book? I need some small spaces, some larger spaces. And so, I just played with, I thought this one turned out kind of cute. It's like two stacked corner pockets, and then the painting just happened to be like, peeking out. I learned how to match up, the print on the paper for the envelope, just really basic stuff. But at this point now, I've outgrown this, and it's worn out. And I'm thinking, I really don't need this anymore. It's not serving my needs. And so what I'd like to do is salvage what I can from this to use in other journals. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to just see what I can easily tear out, and then other things will be, a case of let's just cut it out, So I think this, because the glue is getting just a little bit brittle also. So like this pocket actually comes off pretty well all on its own. So that's one I can reuse. And this one, maybe I'll just tear out this page. Because maybe I want to keep the border or something. These envelopes I had glued in so that they're a pocket, as well as, being able to use the envelopes. This, it was only semi-functional for me. I didn't like storing a whole lot inside the envelopes. I stored most everything in the pockets. So I'm going to see if I can tear that one out without ruining it too badly. But even like little bitty book page pieces on it, I can fix that. So I'm going to kind of leave these little ones for a bit. Here's another envelope. Let me see if I can rip that out. The paper that I used at the time, I was working as a real estate agent, and for anybody who works in real estate, there is a ton of paper. You're always printing contracts and stuff, and advertising, and condition reports, etc., etc. So I had a ton of paper that was piling up in my office, and I was like, well, I know it's not like super pretty antique-y paper, but I'm just kind of doing this for fun anyway. So what if I take this junky paper that would otherwise end up in the recycle bin or in the shredder and just, jazz it up with some acrylic paint? And it actually turned out pretty cool. I mean, this has always been kind of fun to look at. Very colorful. And I think I'll definitely use that technique again. I haven't done it recently, so I think that's definitely something I need to pull back out. I think, which is another reason I think it's always a good idea to look back through your old journals. What haven't you done in a while from your early days when you didn't have a huge stash of supplies and tools yet, but you made things work. I think sometimes we're even more creative. So what could you bring back from that time? I think of this. Yeah, see, this glue is just getting really brittle by that point. I don't think I had art glitter glue. I don't remember what I was gluing this stuff down with at this point, but these are envelope pockets too. But that one, yeah, I made these out of offering envelopes from a church. So I'm going to have a lot of little music covered pockets that I can decorate and use in other journals. I think that'll be fun. Another envelope. I'm thinking by peeling off the envelopes first, then what I can do is maybe cut the other pockets off. Tear the pages out, cut the pockets off. That might be a little harder. You love my little flower made with the divots that I chopped out of the pockets. So this one I'm gonna just use the pocket like that. This one had already fallen out of the book. So there we go. I made these little wallet style ones, which were only kind of limitedly successful, so I might like rejig these in some way. Look at this one. I didn't even like take the divot out correctly. We all start somewhere, they're not aligned. Anyway, here's another one I didn't, you know, there's things I do now to make sure that stuff like this looks a lot nicer. We learn, you know. I certainly was not sharing my expertise on YouTube at this point. But I think there's value in salvaging this stuff and seeing if I can make a go of it in a different way. There we go. And then this, ooh, look at this one. I did it and over the page. It's over the edge of the page. I haven't done that in a while. And this one flipped and had a pocket over here. Look at that. I might just kind of leave that intact. But I was so proud of myself for like figuring this out, how to match, you know, so it looks like the flap just belonged on the front of the envelope. I thought I was so cool. I still do. This is still a nice technique that I like to use. Boy, I love this paper. This was just an extra, like, oh, I needed an extra envelope, and it was kind of taupey on there, so I just didn't bother doing anything to it. This was a postcard that Matt and I got from a coffee house in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Excuse me. And then this one was some weird setup. Excuse me. Where I was kind of just doing all kinds of things here. So I'm just going to take this off and then tear off this page. And then this was just an envelope that was from a Valentine's Day card, but it's a nice sturdy envelope and it's got kind of this fun foily interior to it. And so I thought it would be cute inside my bright, crazy ephemera holder. All right, oh, I missed this one. Let's see if I can get this one out now. Now that I'm feeling more confident about my envelope tearing abilities. She says as she tears this thing. There we go, that's better. There we go, because I loved this envelope. I just thought that one looked so cool. And don't we love humorous male quartetties? 4 short stunts. Anyway. So then we've got things like this, where I might just kind of I'm just going to tear these pages out and then we'll figure out. Oh, there's another envelope I missed. Goodness. I thought I had all of these. You guys are probably like, you missed one. There we go. I think I might try. Oh, there's still something in that one. Let's see if these will come off decently. Because I was smart enough to back the music paper with paper. So they're actually coming off a lot better than they might have otherwise. So Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these things off. Maybe. Yeah. Because I kind of like the idea of having these with this nice brown and orange background. For use in a journal. But I just love this music paper with the blue printing. Oh, so beautiful. And I'm kind of regretting that I used it on my junk, my truly junky journal. But, there's something to be said for using materials that you love too. So, there will always be more music paper to buy, etc. So, use your materials judiciously, but don't hoard them, Okay, so these are the bigger ones. I'm going to try and always tear off the bigger pockets. That way, if I muck something up and tear something, maybe I can cut it down and still salvage the music or the paper. There. That's better. Because this one's got just a bunch of like really skinny ones, which would make just great cute little tuck spots. All cut out. And then I love this with all this blue. It's really pretty. Oh, nothing on the other side of that. And then now I've just got a nice piece of paper there. And there. And there's that one. More paper. All right. We're cooking with gas here. All right. And we just got this envelope with some stuff around it, and then this paper that I painted up. And then I'm just left with this cover. Which I'm going to cut out the string. I'm just kind of pull it all out. So I'm left with this folder now, and then what I'll do is cut this into card shapes basically, and that'll be ready to reuse for cards. So why don't we do that quick? I'm just gonna kind of roughly cut this into the quarters that it was folded into, just because that's gonna make sense anyway. There we go. Okay. All right. And basically, I'm just treating that stuff like masterboard, I'll lay those aside, lay these aside for a second. Get these little cards cut out. So just gonna let's see, how big is this? Like 5.5 inches ish. So I'm going to cut these into 4 by 5, roughly. And then, you know, that's at least a size that I can store a little bit better than big honking pieces. And that still would be a decent size, you know, take if I wanted to make it a little skinnier. But at least then they're kind of in a state of something that we can deal with a little bit easier. Yep, quarters. So 1, 2, 4. And that one's a big old mess on that side. So we're gonna cut off quite a bit over here just to kind of clean it up. I think that this would actually go really nicely in the Northwoods journal that I'm working on. And let's see, this one's like 6 inches. I'm gonna actually cut it down to like 3. So we'll make some smaller pieces. But these are a lot of the colors that I'm using in that Northwoods journal. So I think might use up some of this in there. Well, yeah, it's looking pretty rough. I'm gonna chop this piece a little bit. I mean, it's rough, but I like it. It's crunchy. Okay, so we're back to 5.5. 4. This is kind of a 5 by. Yeah, let's make it like 3. 2 and 3/4 by 5. Just kind of some tall, skinny pieces. All right, so there we've got my covers all chopped up now. I'm gonna put that in my space where I keep all my pre-cut card pieces. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping I'd be able to just kind of, I can still just do this. So now I've got kind of a double pocket type of thing going on. And I'm gonna just cut this little edge off of this one. And let's just take this down a little bit, just so it looks more like upright, like a pocket. All right. It's time to make some sense of these. Yeah, not sure. They're kind of crazy. There we go. I think I would like to keep these two together, and then have this like one so like that. Now I realize that these are looking kind of a little janky right now, but I think by the time I'm done, you know, working with them, that they will look pretty cool. And these I might just cut into singles here. I'm going to cut this into singles. Da, da, da. There. Just something a little different. All right. Same thing with these. Come down here so I can line it up straight. I will say it's kind of an interesting way to mass make pockets. So maybe we'll try and do this a little bit more intentionally. And give that a shot for a mass making day. What do you guys think of that? Would you like to see something like that? Let me know in the comments. So those are already done. So then we got these, and I love this orange and green as well. Another one of these ones where I was just not too awesome at lining stuff up, so I might do this. Maybe that ends up being like a little belly band or something. Maybe I should just leave that as it is, since it's all colorful and stuff. This one's going to be a little harder to line up because it was not like all about making sure everything was like in its right spot. But we're gonna try our, oh, not too bad, not too bad. There we go. So, I mean, yeah, I'll leave it. I don't think I'm going to use that as a whole piece, but here we've got another one of these fun ones. This one's going to allow me to actually keep the whole triangle. Oof, oof, duh. Blade did not like that one. Something got jacked up there. I'm not sure what it was. So look at this stack of pockets I'm getting out of here. Not too shabby. We'll leave those as triples. I think that might look kind of cute as a double. And then, yeah, I don't know. Let's kind of leave that as a triple right now. And then, oh, okay. Go. And here we go. So then I'm left with these. This is already torn, so I think I'm just gonna tear it. Like that. Here's some nice solid ones. Envelope. Okay, and then this one, I think I'm going to just trim it down. So there we go. So that's got all kinds of little pockets in it. Then there's this mess. I think there's 3 envelopes on this. There we go. There's one pocket. I mean, not the best pocket, but I think I'll just get rid of this one. I love this bright paper, so I kind of want to salvage that as like a border. Just because I think it's really fun. I want to start doing stuff in brighter colors every once in a while. Or at least like offering a little kick of brighter color. We get a lot of neutrals, which I can see why, because it's just way easier to, you know, not have to have a gazillion different materials and whatnot when you stick to a limited palette of colors. But it gets kind of boring, if you don't mind my saying. So since I have this like completely gorgeous paper that I made. I'd like to make use of it. Maybe I'll just leave that how it is. Maybe that's just the way it's going to be. All of these are going to go, all these little offcuts, as well as the pages that, you know, didn't have any pockets or anything on them once I tore the envelopes off. These are going to all go in my scrap bin. And I'm going to have some fun collaging with these, so keep your eyes open. You might see these show up in a project. So yeah, that is how I am evolving from the first junky junk journal that I did, but I am salvaging a ton of materials that now I can use in new projects. So tell me what you think. Did you like this idea? Tearing apart one of your initial journals and giving it new life again. I think that's kind of the spirit of what we do here as junk journal makers. You know, let me know in the comments what you thought of this and if you think that you might give this a shot. Also, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked the video and hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you always know when we're releasing new videos. And I will see you very soon with another project. Bye.